Females can be a trip. By the way, I just came back from a trip, a conference, and cue the music. Like I say, I just come back from a conference today. It was interesting, as conferences go, but I found something unusual. Well, I don't know if I say unusual. Something happened. It started 10 years ago. I met a female at a similar conference 10 years ago. And might I say, she was cute. Yes, she was cute. Not gorgeous, not somebody I would see on Vogue magazine, but she was cute. I don't know, in her case, she was what I call bubblegum cute. It's not chipmunk cute, not necessarily homespun cute, but she was cute. And she was what I thought showing me genuine interest. What happened was I happened to see her around. She did a thing that I mentioned before called involuntary scan. I noticed it and I said, okay, she's somewhat interested. It's sort of like how a Komodo dragon will bite an animal one day and wait for him to die like 2 or 3 days later. In this case, she did it and I waited for the next day and bam, everything was in motion. And I mean, it was platonic, but then again, when you first meet a girl, it should always be platonic initially. So while we were at the conference, we hung out pretty much every day. And then we came back home. I didn't have her phone number, but I did have, email and some type of, I guess, Facebook, because we ended up being Facebook friends. But the point was that once we got back to home, she cut me off. I mean, she straight cut me off. And you might say something like, well, did you try to get in touch with her? Yes, I did. She cut me off totally. And, I was trying to figure out what went wrong because, everything was going good. At least I thought it was. And get back home and kaput. So I guess about 6 months later, maybe a year later, whatever it was, I look on Facebook and she's getting married. And I was like, what the hell? But, now maybe that was why she cut me off. I don't know if she was already gone with the guy or what, but she could have told me that instead of just cutting me off, just totally, just out of the blue. Well, I get to this conference and I taken a picture of myself doing an activity, and she was there this time. My first time seeing her in 10 years. So when she mentioned that she wanted to see me, my attitude first was like, you cut me off. Why would I want to see you? And then, question marks start popping up over my head, and I'm wanting to see her and all that kind of stuff. And I responded to her. And she seemed like, from a lot of stuff that she was sending me and everything, that she did seem genuine in how she wanted to see me again. And I went to see her because we're broken up in states, and she happened to be in another state this time. She had moved from California. So, when she saw me, she hopped up and hugged me, and it seemed genuine. And we had a nice little conversation. It was in a kind of awkward space, so we couldn't talk the way I would have liked. But, later on, she tried to make effort for us to get together at a party that I didn't go to. She went, but I didn't go to. And, when I would see her, we would always talk. And I don't know, it just, every time I talked with her, that thing was in the back of my mind. You cut me off. You cut me off. You cut me off. That was just so awkward to me. I'm not saying, my heart was broken and everything, but I was a little bit disappointed. I would have rather her tell me that she had a boyfriend already, but the time we hung out, it just seemed so genuine. So I just didn't think, I had no idea I would have been cut off under those circumstances. But it is what it is. Women do what they do. They get to call the shots and all. So, that was the interesting part of my trip. Like I say, when it comes to women, I can meet them, but man, it's that getting to the fruition part lately that it makes me wonder. It's like, you got the ball, but it's hard to get it over the goal line at times. So what can I say? It is what it is. It was nice seeing her, but I just couldn't get over that you cut me off, you cut me off, you cut me off thing. It's hard for me to get over that. So what should I say?